Hey, what up everyone? I'm Cinny Cool, and this is Gems of War. Hey, I have your weekly preview for the week of November 13th, 2023. So let's get into it with the SOULFORGE, the event key drop table, the glory shop, what's going on this week, the campaign, all that good stuff. So let's get started here. Time after time, new epic troop, Daughter of Time. Get this troop with glory from the rewards tab of the shop. Invasion, help your guild defeat enemy towers this week. Build a team from a troop type Fae and invade every day. I have a video on this. I'll link it at the end of this video. 3 teams. Midnight Countdown for 34 more days. Curse of the Werewolf. I think this is technically over, but you can still buy. Like, if you still have the points, you can still buy stuff there. Week of Fae, all Fae gain 10% of their skills. Week of Beast, all Beasts gain 10% of their skills. And use Daughter of Time in PvP and Explore to gain 400 gold. That's a good troop right there. We'll talk about that in a minute. Alright, SOULFORGE. You know how we do. Alright, let's see what's in here. Got Ares, Vernalis, Kurandara, and Suna. Nothing too good. Some people like Suna. Kurandara's not bad. Vernalis isn't terrible. And Ares I don't really like because it's single target damage. Does explode, but it's like a dollar store Arachnian Weaver. Doesn't hit 2 enemies, doesn't do true damage, doesn't have all the awesome traits. It's not good. So that might be the worst one, actually, Ares. And if I had to, I guess Kurandara would be the best thing here this week. 26 green, red, purple, Urskaya, Daemon. Deal damage to an enemy boosted by Doom Skulls. Then convert yellow gems to Doom Skulls. Conjure a Doom Storm. See, that's doing single target damage, but then it's converting all yellow gems to Doom Skulls also. And conjuring a Doom Storm. It's not just, doing single target damage and exploding. 50% chance to curse all enemies when matching 4 or more gems. Impervious and Firelink. So that's definitely better than, like, Ares, for example. Suna might be the second best thing this week. I always, I'm not a big fan, but I know people out there definitely like her. 20 green, red, purple. That's a low mana cost for a mythic. Bright Force, Divine Fae. Steal life from the 2 weakest enemies, then steal 8 magic from the 2 strongest enemies. So, true damage, stealing life, that's always nice. Fairy Fire a random enemy and matching red gems. So, solid. It's above average, I would say. Not bad. Not something you're looking for in the SOULFORGE or event key drop table, but if you happen to get it off of random keys, it's not terrible. Vernalis would be next. 20 blue, green, purple, Bright Forest, Divine Fae. Give attack to the first 2 allies. Give life to the 2 weakest allies. And give 10 magic to the 2 strongest allies. Entangle and Fairy Fire a random enemy and matching green gems. That's okay. It's pretty average. And then Ares. 20 red, yellow, brown, KZL construct. Deal a range of damage. So it could be 79. It could be 159. It could even be less because you might have less the magic than me. So I have 39 right there, it says. You could have less than that, and then it could do less of a range. But to the first enemy, if they die, explode 8 gems. So it doesn't even explode unless they die. And that type of damage is not going to kill anything, like in Difficulty 12 Explorer. You're going to have to set it up, too. So I don't really like this troop. Stone Skin's okay, but that's about it. So not good in my opinion, below average. So we got like some okay troops, some above average, 1 above average troop, and then like 1 below average troop. So yeah, Kurandara, then Suna, then Vernalis, then Ares. Alright, legendaries. Uvash Ka, we saw him last week. I was using him in the Underworld, all the way up to like Boss 5 or something, along with Zul'Goth. Worked pretty well together. Kerberos, Aborath, and Karnex, dude. There's like nothing here this week. Unless you're going for Kurandara, which is not a top 20 mythic. Probably not even, maybe a top 30, like sniffing maybe, but I doubt it. It's more like a top 35, probably, if I had to say. Karnex is probably the best legendary. Not anything to write home about, though. So it's like above average. 15 red, purple, Adana mech, create 5 skulls, then explode 10 skulls, gain 63 armor. It's just a tank, an explodey, like, mana-generating tank. Not the best one out there, but not bad if you happen to get it. You get lucky, you get it early in the game, and you make it your tank, and you use it for a while. It's not terrible. Aberoth, Kerbera, Uvash Ka, yeah, I don't know. Not much to talk about here, really. Kerberos, damage, 40% chance to devour, 50% chance to summon. Aberoth is pretty terrible. Remove all gems, which is nothing. Doesn't give you anything. Heal back to full. If he is not missing life, that does nothing. So potentially you could just gain attack. With no good traits. So one of the worst legendaries in the game, probably. And then, you know, Uvash Ka, we saw him last week. He converts all purple gems to Doom Skulls. And then summon an Eldritch Minion. The Malady Curse, or Malady, whatever it is. Oh, anyway, he's super average, Uvash Ka. And then, like, Arbarath is one of the worst. Karnex is just above average. Kerberos is, like, super average. So, order there was, Karnex, probably Uvash Ka, Kerberos, and then Arbarath. Something like that. Alright, we got the Raven Scepter. What's that? Sword of Ice? I think I definitely need this. What's the Raven Scepter? It's a Glacial Peaks weapon. It's a Glacial Peaks weak. I think I need to craft that. Let's go. It's not an invasion weapon, because I already bought the invasion weapon, so that's cool. Couple new weapons. Couple new weapons, yeah. Icebreaker. Nothing. That's in the invasion, I'm pretty sure. Sword of Ice. That was one of the weapons that you get at the beginning of the game now. They just put that in a couple updates ago where you get a choice out of 3 weapons at the beginning of the game, kind of like Bloodborne. It's like a blue one, a green one, and something else. And so there's no way anybody can have all 3, especially if you're later in the game and you didn't start the game in the last like 6 months or so. There's no way you have these, so look out for them in the SOULFORGE. You should have them all now, though, I think. Raven Scepter, you just saw me craft that, so that means it's the first time you could have crafted it for a free-to-play player. So shout out to my free-to-plays out there. Look out for that weapon. Ice Sapphire. Blue Gems, Explosion, Glacial Peak Allies, Summon, and a status effect. Boreal Crystal is a really good one. It's probably the best one of this typing. Explode, green gems, grant a random status effect to all elemental allies, then summon an elemental. Most of us know that elemental is one of the best typings in the entire game, so this weapon, with a leaf storm, with tangling, green gems, elementals, like, it's probably the best one out of all those explodey, summon, random status effect weapons. So make sure you get it before this week is over. Glacial Crystal is the damage, the blue and the purple for Glacial Peak. Yeah, get the Silent Knight if you don't have that. Collection purposes. So a Boreal Crystal is the thing you want to not leave this week without, and shout out to the Raven Scepter and the Sword of Ice, just because it's the first time you could have got them as a free-to-play. But otherwise, nothing too great. You know, Kurandara, if you want to, like, craft something for some reason, you're, like, been waiting for super long, and you just want to craft something, it would be, you know, Karnex and, Kurandara. But I don't recommend it. By the way, I got Sword's Edge to 20. So I have now Darkstone at 20, Zul'Kari at 20, and Sword's Edge at 20. I think next is Pride Lands. Pretty sure. Gotta do a different color each time. Alright, so we also have an invasion going on right now. Of course, I have a video out, but we have Fae. It says defeat towers to earn rewards. Fae, use this troop type in battle. There's a lot of good Faes, including Rowan. Event Captain is the Bestial Fae, so you have to put him on your team. He has 2 times magic and earns 2 times score in this event only. You know how it is. You don't have to do anything, but if you want to get points and double magic, you have to. If you want shiny keys, if you want to be in a guild, pretty much use the Bestial Fae. But you know, they give you the troop that destroys the towers easily. Plus, you have a Fae restriction, so you have access to a lot of good other troops like Mistralis and Rowan. I think even another tower killer in there. I didn't go down that route because Rowan was just crushing in 2 shots, but I think there's like Air Stone Shatter. Shout out to that. Shout out the Faceless One for putting that in the comments. I think someone else might have too. But sometimes that does happen where you have an invasion or a raid event and we already have a troop that isn't the one that's going to give you the extra points, isn't the one that's going to give you the extra magic, but you could also use it, like Bestial Fae and Air Stone Shatter. but it's not going to give you extra points or extra magic, so just keep that in mind. And I think Rowan, hitting all enemies super hard and two-shotting is a pretty good way to go, but shout out to that, though, too. Nice thinking outside the box type of deal. I don't know why I don't think about the old raid troops and the old... I guess it's because I don't think, if you don't have it, it's going to be hard to get, but I don't know. Anyway, good idea. Let's go to the shop. We got this new troop. Daughter of Time. 13 green, yellow, Glacial Peaks, Fey Mystic. Create 5 Hourglass Gems and 5 Freeze Gems, then gain an extra turn. 50% chance to convert a yellow gem to an Hourglass Gem when my turn begins. So what you want to do is do something like a Leprechaun, a Merilith, and then some other extra turn troops. So you want something that will explode the board. Like Leprechaun's an empowered exploder, so that'll help you get up the team. And then something else like the Wand or Rope Dart or something. You need explosions and you need extra turns. And then this troop is awesome. She'll put those Hourglass Gems on the board, get an extra turn, and then you cast like Thrall or Merilith or even Mountain Crusher or Wand of Stars or Leprechaun or anything that could target a gem or explode a gem or destroy a gem, and you get an automatic extra turn, right? And it'd probably get her right back up. And then you have something else like Mistralis or King Gobtruffle or Rope Dart on your team who can be doing damage and also getting an extra turn. And you just can make this awesome loop where the enemy never gets a turn. This troop is pretty good. It's like OP right now. Probably one of the best Glory Shop troops we've got in a long time. So yeah. Up there with like Chalcedony, for example. Stuff like that as how good it is. But definitely recommend getting this and then getting it fully ascended if you can. So while you're doing that, you're going to be getting Arcane Light trait stones. So 2 at a time. So let's go see what you can fully trait. Yellow and green. Base rarity. Let's do show all just in case. Alright, Aquaticus with the Tsunami. Submerge all allies and matching 4 or more gems. Arachnean Weaver, Creeping Doom, Impervious, Stealthy. Oops. Urali, Poison Gaze, if you're trying to do the Scorpius Urali thing. King Bloodwood, Bloody Bowels. Queen Aurora with the Rainbow Link. What else? You got Luna, who has a explode a random gem and matching yellow gems. You got Holy Saint Astra, a 50% start for humans. Tesla. Forest Guardian, 50% start for beasts. Even Orion with the True Shot. Tannenbaum with the triple skull damage versus Entangled. Urskula, 50% start for Urska. You got Daughter of Yasmin, Empowered Converter. Child of Summer, Empowered Converter. Really good stone. The only downside to this stone is that a lot of people already got like a ton of them from doing the Warrens way back in the day, because it was the only faction that gave a trait stone guaranteed if you completed it. Like, everybody would do it 3 times a day back in the day before, like, City of Thieves came out. So everybody that was doing factions when the Underworld came out and the Warrens was the best one, we all have, like, a ton of these trait stones. But if you didn't do that, then yeah, this is a really good one. But most of us already have everything traded that we could even have traded with this stone, because we just got so many from doing that for so long. But yeah, if you didn't do that, then this is a pretty good stone. You just saw a bunch of troops. Holy Saint Astra. Got some Sister Superior, Empowered. This is for the Ironhawk team, another troop you're going to need to fully trait. So yeah, a lot of them there. Make sure you have all of those fully traded. Or at least, make yourself a list. Prioritize. Holy Saint Astra should be way up there. All the Empowered Converters. Get all those done. Alright, so event key drop table is Glacial Peaks. Let's go see what that means. Let's do base rarity. Glacial Peaks. You know what, y'all? I went 5-0 every single day of Guild Wars, except for that one freaking day on Yellow Day where I peed my pants and went 3-2. I can't believe it. I would have got Paragon if I just would have went 4-1. So annoying. Show all. So, King of the Ravens is a top 20 mythic. I think I had it in the top 15. It was right there around 15-ish for me. And I now that I have it, like when I made my top 20 mythic list, I didn't even have it yet. So I knew the potential of it just from reading it. Like it was on paper at that point. Now that I have it, I might put it up even higher in the top 20. But for sure I could say it's probably a top 15 mythic. Is it worth throwing all your event keys to get this one mythic that's probably not a top 10? It's maybe borderline top 10. You could say it's somewhere from 15 to 10. That's for sure. It's really good. And could be a top 10. I wouldn't argue with it. But, you know, it's only one. There's other kingdoms that are better. It's a really good troop. I mean, if you're a free-to-play, for example, and you missed it the first time, this could be your second chance to get King of the Ravens. Like, I could see somebody out there who has been waiting and saving event keys for King of the Ravens, and it wouldn't be a crazy thing to, like, throw them all at Glacial Peaks to try to get it. But, like, Skady's not any good. Ulor's not any good. Borealis is okay. You're not really going to get anything else that's great. You know, Daughter of Time, but I don't think you can get it right now. You have to get it from Glory Shop. Can't remember. Daughter of Ice is okay. There's that troop. Deal damage to an enemy. Does the blue gems. So yeah. It's really, really top heavy. You're going after King of the Ravens, and if you miss, you miss. And all your event keys are gone. So you're going all in. Maybe Borealis would be your consolation prize, but I don't use Borealis really. So yeah. Super top heavy, free-to-play players, though. If it's your second chance if you didn't get it the first time. I would say those are the people that are probably going to be going for it. All right, what else is going on this week? See if I can remember, because I did the spoilers way back on Friday. I remember it was double mirrored hauls, which sucks for me, because nobody's going to watch. Like, if I do the video on Tuesday, nobody's going to watch the video on Friday. Which sucks, but oh well. It is what it is. So today, of course, you're going to be doing your campaign, you're going to be doing your invasion, you're going to be starting on your Underspire, your epic trials, all that good stuff, your task, your adventure board, your dungeon. Tomorrow, we have mirrored halls. Wednesday, we have Snow Bunny from Glacial Peaks. Thursday, we have Frost Mage. Frost Mage, top 5 class, maybe it's around 5, though. It's not 1 or 2 or 3 or anything, but it's sniffing the 5. It's borderline top 5 class. Friday, we have mirrored halls again. So that's never happened before. First time ever. We have a faction on a Tuesday, and then we have the same faction on the weekend for its deep delve and its new troop. So first time that's ever happened. So check it out on Tuesday, and you won't need me on Friday. Or maybe I'll just skip Tuesday and do Friday instead. Probably what I'll do. Because there'll be new troop and new deep delve and stuff in a 3-day weekend. So I'll probably just wait and not do mirrored halls on Tuesday. I'll probably just wait and do it on Friday. But yeah, that's what's going on this week. Let's check out the campaign. What's on the adventure board? More gems. Did y'all see that one yesterday with all the gems on it? That was sick. What's the task? PvP. Campaign. One of the sorcerers of Karakoth summoned the daemon Temperath for us. Temperath was a time daemon, and he proved to be most helpful once paid the correct amount of souls. Apparently Midnight had been cursed by a mystical being named Kronas, and the curse could be broken. That's a good sentence. And the curse could be broken. To Sarion, Elf ears suddenly pricked up. He knew a fae who could help us, the Daughter of Time. What? I know I'm like the grammar Nazi guy, but that last little paragraph there, it needs a little work. Apparently, Midnight had been cursed by a mystical being named Cronus, and the curse could be broken. That seems like whatever you call it. You start a sentence with and then it says, Tessarion elf ears suddenly pricked up. Shouldn't it be like Tessarion's elf ears suddenly pricked up? He knew a fae who could help us, the Daughter of Time. I think it should be commas there, not Anyway. Ice crystals match blue gems in any battle. That's easy, especially if you're doing the freaking air stone shatter thing, I guess. Blue Slayer, kill blue enemies, and earn souls. Those are all easy. You should not have to go out of your way. And what are we getting? Chronom Eater. And some armor, which is good for Rowan. So 1 point in the Air Stone Shatter column, and 1 point in the Rowan column. We're getting more armor, so Rowan will hit harder. Maybe you could do both. Blue, fill up the Rowan, cast it, 1 shot, bang. Maybe do both. Could be cool. But yeah, I think that's it for today. I am going to be doing the Epic Trials in a separate video later today, of course. And, you know, every single time I've been right about the strategy, no matter what anybody else says. People's picking fights with me, like always. Other people always start it. And just because I try to finish it, people get mad at me and think I'm a bully. But I guarantee every single time the other person did something first, and then you come on, you hear me after the fact, and you don't know that, and then you think I'm being a bully or whatever. They always say something first, like a weirdo, and then just because I fight back, you know, I'm the bully. But yeah, anyway, there's always, you can do stuff multiple ways anyway, but you shouldn't come to somebody and tell them they're wrong, especially when they're not wrong. You could say, hey, yeah, this is my way, and yeah, maybe your way could work too, but you don't just tell somebody they're wrong, and yeah, especially when I wasn't wrong, and I finished it on my first try and the hardest with my strategy. So anyway, just letting y'all know, yeah, most of the time, 100% of the time, somebody else starts it first, and then you come later on when I'm still talking about it, y'all think I'm a bully, or some people do, whatever. But you don't have the whole full story, of course. Anyway, like, share, subscribe, consider joining, helps a lot. Tell your good about the channel, comment below, and I will see y'all next time. Peace.